Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Ivy English. I'm Bruce.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Today we're taking a look at the science of spiciness.
好，我们的中文标题是无辣不欢。为什么有人喜欢吃辣，或者为什么有人爱吃辣？
Let's take a look at this word spiciness first. Much more common, of course, is the adjective spicy, which is S-P-I-C-Y. S-P-I-C-Y. Spiciness is the quality of being spicy, and some people think there's a science about it. Let's find out what they think. I'll read through the whole article first, and then as usual, we go through it again, sentence by sentence, in both Chinese and English. For some people, there's nothing quite like the burning sensation you get when eating mala hot pot. Other people desire the hot, tingling feeling that comes from eating a bowl of spicy Thai curry. What is it that makes food spicy? And why do some people enjoy eating spicy foods so much? To start with, unlike the 5 basic tastes, sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami, spicy is not a taste we sense with the taste buds on our tongue. Instead, it's a sensation of pain we feel within our mouth. The compounds that make a food spicy cause a reaction in the mouth that is similar to something very hot in temperature. One compound in particular is known for causing the hot, burning sensation. When the compound, which is called capsaicin, comes into contact with the mucous membrane in our mouth, it produces a burning feeling that raises our heart rate and causes us to sweat. Now that we know what makes food spicy, the question still remains. Why do some people like this sensation so much? One hypothesis for this is location. Spicy foods like chili peppers generally grow in warmer climates, so people living in these regions are more likely to include them in dishes. Eating spicy food causes people to sweat, which cools down the body. This can be beneficial to people living in hot, humid climates. For spicy food lovers who did not grow up near the equator, they might get their pleasure out of pain. Scientists have noted a correlation between people who consider themselves thrill seekers and those that like to try spicy dishes. Regardless of the reason, spicy food continues to be popular with people all around the world.
You know, from the perspective of the pepper plant, they're just like, dude, I went to so much trouble to make my fruit something you didn't want to eat. And now, what the heck, guy? Why are you so into pain? On the other hand, the hot pepper plant has really benefited because now it's grown all over the world. So it tried to defend itself, ended up attracting a species that not only preys upon it, but also reproduces it. So did they win or did they lose?
好，所以 Angela 老师提出一个很有趣的问题哈，就是在辣椒这个植物的立场来讲呢，他其实想尽办法哈，这个当然开玩笑啦，这个让它自己变得辣辣的哈，就是希望人们不要来吃它。结果反而现在大家这么多人喜欢吃辣，但另外一方面呢，就是因为这么多人喜欢吃辣，所以现在全世界都有辣椒，好，所以它反而它的物种得以延续，好，不必担心灭绝的这个状况。所以到底是谁赢谁输，这个其实蛮有趣的哈，这个很难说。
So for some people, there's nothing quite like the burning sensation. A sensation is a feeling, but it's a physical feeling, not an emotional feeling. And burning feels like you put your hand in a flame. So this burning sensation that you get from eating mala hot pot. And I do like a mala hot pot, but there's a certain limit after which I can't eat it anymore.
好，这个麻辣 hot pot 就是我们讲的麻辣锅，所以这个麻辣这两个字呢，其实不容易翻成英文啊，所以它就直接用声音翻过去麻辣。 好，那麻辣锅当然
I want to translate it as evil hot pot.
OK 啊，这个 Angela 说要把它翻成 evil hot 啊，这个 hot pot， 因为这个 evil hot 就这个辣的很邪恶哈。那邪恶是因为真的很辣，但是又很多人又很喜欢吃，很过瘾。这个我也有朋友每次去麻辣锅吃完之后回来胃痛，然后那个闹肚子，可是呢隔一段时间胃好了，他说还要再去吃啊，所以这个非常的 evil， 果然哈。
Yeah.
所以他对某些人来讲 ，for some people there's nothing quite like 这个 there's nothing quite like 这个 quite 的意思就是完全啊，或者是相当的一样啊。所以换句话说 ，there's nothing quite like 就是没有什么可以说能够跟它差不多，可以跟它相提并论。跟什么相提并论，或者可以跟什么一样呢？就是没有什么是跟我们讲的 the burning sensation 这个灼烧的感觉。那这个感觉怎么来的呢？是 you get 你会得到这个感觉 when 当你 eating 当你在吃麻辣锅的时候，就会得到那种灼烧的感觉。所以没有什么感觉可以跟它相提并论，那是一种很独特的感觉。
Other people desire the hot, tingling feeling that comes from eating a bowl of spicy Thai curry. So mala hot pot here in Taiwan and probably all over the Chinese eating world.
Probably.
Can we say that?
Yeah.
The hot tingling. Tingling is another sensation. It's a feeling of if you had an ant crawling over your arm. That for some people,
it's more like a tickling sensation. Tingling is a little bit like pins.
It hurts,
pins.
you mean?
Yeah.
Tingling?
Depends on how hard the tingling is going.
A slap on your face.
Oh, yeah, it tingles afterwards.
Afterwards,
yeah.
You clearly have experience with this.
No, I see others have experience with it.
Right.
Another place I would use tingling is when you're watching a horror movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You get shivers and tingling.
Yeah.
But I have a question. The ma in ma la is like ma zui de ma.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the tingling part. It's actually tingling spicy hot pot.
Yeah, that's right.
Good translation.
Yeah, 所以那个麻辣火锅那个麻其实就接近我们讲 tingling 啊。
Okay, and at the end of this sentence, we have a bowl of spicy Thai curry. Thai is the adjective of Thailand. Curry is a dish that comes in many, many different forms and tastes. It's also used as a sauce to give foods that may not have that much flavor to them, to give them a particular taste like lime, like this hot curry sauce. Other tastes might salty or fishy. There are many different tastes that could be put over other foods that are bland. They don't have much taste themselves. B-L-A-N-D, like my cooking.
好，所以 bland 就是淡而无味的感觉。
Self-own.
好 ，B-L-A-N-D。好，所以这个句子他讲到说，这个其他的人呢 ，other people 相对于上一句的 some people， 所以其他人的 desire 他们很渴望要什么呢？要那个 the hot 就是这个热，也可以是辣的。好了 ，tingling 就是一种刺痛、微微刺痛的感觉，好像寒冷。或者是我刚刚讲被重重的拍打啊，或者兴奋或者恐惧，都会有那种 tingling 的感觉。那麻辣锅那个麻就差不多就是我们讲的 tingling。所以呢，其他的人会想要那个很辣、很刺痛的那种感觉。那这个感觉是哪里来的呢？这感觉是 that comes from 是来自于 eating 你吃 a bowl of 一碗 spicy 就是辣的，然后呢 Thai curry 就是泰式咖喱。
Okay, so what is it that makes food spicy? What makes it taste like this? What did the peppers put in them, put in their fruit? What actually did they do to it? And why do some people enjoy eating spicy food so much? These are two different things, but they are related. Their answers are related.
好，所以呢 what is it that 到底是什么会怎么样呢 makes food spicy 会让食物变得很辣。然后呢 why do some people 为什么有些人 enjoy 喜欢 eating 吃 spicy foods 就是麻辣的食物，而且是 enjoy it so much 这么喜欢吃，这到底是为什么？
Now, we just asked a question at the end of this paragraph, so of course, this second paragraph should begin with the answer to the question. To start with, the first point, unlike the 5 basic tastes, sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami, spicy is not a taste we sense with the taste buds on our tongue. So we're finding out that the spicy as we use it here from the pepper plant is different from the 5 basic tastes, according to the writer. Sweet, you know. Salty, you know. Sour, you should know. Bitter, and umami. I didn't even know this, so I had to look it up.
That's a recent designation. It's only been in like the last 10, 15 years that people have discovered this Japanese word and applied it to this
food
idea in English and then just borrowed the word.
Okay, so I feel much better now.
We used to use the word savory for this.
Yes,
but
I was
there's
just
a
going
spice
to say.
That's called savory. And it gets confusing because savory and umami is not really the same thing. Savory was just the best guess we had before.
Okay, savory is spelled S-A-V-O-R-Y. S-A-V-O-R-Y, savory. Has a lot of different meanings, actually. I was surprised. One of them is simply delicious, according to one writer.
Yes.
Tasty would be another one, T-A-S-T-Y. That is the adjective of taste. In any case, we sense with the taste buds on our tongue. How do we taste food? The tongue has these points which can interpret different qualities of the food that we call flavor. And sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and then this relatively new one, I never heard of it as growing up, umami, which is a Japanese word.
好，所以呢 to start with, just to begin with, 就首先跟 the 5个 basic 基本的 tastes 味道不一样的，那是指辣这个味道。那5个味道是哪5个基本味道呢？它一个 dash 告诉你，就是 sweet 甜， salty 咸， sour 酸， bitter 苦。然后呢 umami 这个字呢 umami 这个是日文来的字，这个字就是中文讲的鲜味啊，这个高蛋白啊或者是肉的这种食品，它们会有一种特别的一种鲜味。那以前英文没有这个字，以前英文是用 savory， 但 savory 这个字意思太多了啊，所以这个后来大家在日文找到这个字，那就用这个字吧。好，所以这就是5种基本的味觉。但是呢，跟这5种基本味觉不一样的是 spicy 它不是一种 taste， 它不是一种味觉 we sense 我们感受到的一种味觉。我们怎么样感受呢？我们用 taste buds 就是味蕾，然后呢 on our tongue 在我们舌头上的味蕾。所以我们刚刚讲到5种基本味觉是我们舌头上的味蕾可以感觉到的味觉，但是呢这里讲到辣并不是我们可以用舌头上的味蕾所能感受到的一种味觉。
So you'll notice in that list, sweet, salty, sour, bitter, umami, there's nothing in there about spicy. We don't taste spicy with our taste buds, with our specific part of the body that's about flavor. Instead, it's a sensation of pain we feel within our mouth. So spicy is just painful.
Yeah. 好，所以呢 instead 就并非如此，而是怎样呢？辣觉是一种 sensation， 一种感觉 of pain， 它是一种疼痛的感觉。We feel within our mouth， 是我们口腔里面所感受到的一种疼痛的感觉，那个是辣觉。
The compounds, these are the natural physical properties of the foods that we eat that make a food spicy, that contribute to the flavor we call spicy, cause a reaction in the mouth that is similar to something very hot in temperature. Of course, all of these tastes cause a reaction in the mouth, but the one we're dealing with, this hot, spicy taste, seems as though we put something right out of the oven into our mouth that makes us, well, for us, pain. We feel pain. Other people feel pleasure. They like that feeling of their tongue burning.
好，所以呢我们看到 the compounds 这个化合物，什么化合物呢？ that make a food spicy 会让食物变辣的这种化合物，它会造成 a reaction 一种反应 in the mouth 在你的口中会造成一种反应。这个反应怎么样？ that is similar to 这个反应跟什么很类似呢？ to be similar to 就是和什么很类似。这个反应和 something very hot in temperature 就是在温度上很高的一个东西，所以这个反应是很像的。换句话说，就是会让食物变辣的这种化合物呢，它会在你的口中造成一种反应，那种反应是跟一个温度很高的东西 感觉很像，所以英文里面 hot 这个字既可以指温度很高，也可以指很辣。
So we keep mentioning this word compound, and what that is, it's a material formed by chemically bonding two or more chemical elements. So it's like a chemical soup. Kind of. It may not be liquid, but yeah, kind of. So this compound, this group of chemicals in particular, one compound in particular. In particular means like we're talking about this specific one and no other one. So this particular compound is known for causing the hot burning sensation.
好，所以 one 就是有一个 compound 化合物 in particular 就尤其是特别是有一个化合物 is known for 就以什么闻名呢？以能够 causing 能够造成 the hot 那个辣还有 burning 那个灼烧的那种感觉闻名。
When this compound we just described, which is called capsaicin, comes into contact with the mucous membrane in our mouth, when you put the food that has capsaicin in it into your mouth, the mucous membrane is, think of the spit that is already in your mouth. That's part of what mucus is. When that happens, it produces a burning feeling that we just described that raises our heart rate. It makes our heart pump or beat faster, and that causes us to sweat as though although we're sitting down, it seems like we're having exercise. We start to sweat.
Because your mouth is under attack by capsaicin.
Yeah. 好，所以呢，他说当这个化合物，然后告诉你 which is called 这个化合物我们称之为这个辣椒素 capsaicin， 它 comes into contact with 就和什么接触？当它跟什么接触呢？跟这个 mucous membrane 就是黏膜 ，mucus 就是这个黏膜分泌的这种黏液，好像痰就是一种 mucus， 那 membrane 就是一个膜，好，所以当它跟我们口中的黏膜接触到的时候呢，它就会产生一种 burning feeling， 一种灼烧感。那这个灼烧感呢 ，that 就是指这个灼烧感，它会 raises our heart rate， 它会加快我们的心跳速率，而且呢 causes us to sweat， 导致我们出汗。
So we've answered the first question. What is it that makes food spicy? And so now that we know what makes food spicy, we still have the second question. That one still remains. Why do some people like this sensation so much?
好 now that 就现在we know 我们已经知道 what makes food spicy， 我们已经回答第一个问题了，就是我们知道食物为什么会变辣。那 the question still remains， 但是问题其实还在 still remains 就是还在，还没有解决。什么问题还没解决呢？ Why do some people 为什么有些人会 like this sensation so much 会这么喜欢这种感觉？
Why? One hypothesis for this is location. A hypothesis is simply an educated guess, a reasonable guess about something, and we'll describe location in the next couple of sentences.
Yeah, 好，所以 one hypothesis 就是一个假设或者假说，那它通常是有根据的，但是是个假说。那所以 for this 就是这样的一个现象有一个假说，就是 location 就是地点，也就是地理位置。
Spicy foods like chili peppers generally grow in warmer climates. They're not growing in the Arctic Circle. So people living in these regions are more likely to include them in dishes. I mean, it's a food that's nearby and you're like, sure, let's put it in.
Yeah, 所以辣的食物呢，例如说像这个辣椒chili peppers， 它通常 generally 它是 grow 在哪里成长呢？在比较温暖的气候当中 in warmer climates。所以 people living in these regions， 所以住在这些气候比较温暖的地区 regions 就地区，住在这些地区的人们呢 are more likely to 更可能会 include them 会把辣椒或者这种辣的食物呢把它们加入到他们的 dishes 菜肴里面。
Eating spicy food causes people to sweat, which cools down the body. Now that's the opposite of what we might expect. If you're sweating and you feel hot, you don't realize as you release this water, sweat from your body, that action cools the surface, cools your skin and even inside your body.
That does, however, work better in a drier climate.
Yeah. 好，所以呢，这个地方讲到说，这个吃辣的食物会让人们出汗 ，causes people to sweat。那 which 这样的一个现象就会 cools down the body， 会使身体降温。但是 Angel 老师刚刚讲，那个在比较干燥气候是这样子，好，那比较湿的气候就可能就不会有这么明显的效果。
This can be beneficial to people living in hot, humid climates. This sweating helps to cool people down who live in hot climates.
好，那这个可以是什么 ？Be beneficial to 就对什么有益？这样的就是你可以流汗，可以降温。这可能对于那些住在 hot 很热或者 humid 很潮湿的气候里面的人，可能是有帮助的。
Now, for spicy food lovers who did not grow up near the equator, so these weirder people might get their pleasure out of pain.
That's exactly the word I was thinking of.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, 那对于怎么样，这个 spicy food lovers 就是爱吃辣的人。那这些人对于那些爱吃辣，可是并没有在赤道附近长大的人，换句话说，不是出生在热带的那些人，又喜欢吃辣的人呢，那他们可能是怎么样 ？They might get their pleasure， 他可能是得到他们快乐 out of， 从哪里得到快乐呢？从痛苦里面得到快乐。
Scientists have noted a correlation between people who consider themselves thrill seekers and those that like to try spicy dishes. So scientists who study everything imaginable, a correlation is a connection, a relationship between the people who like to seek thrills. They like a challenge. They want to do something different and maybe exciting, and those that like to try spicy dishes. The ones who like an exciting lifestyles are the ones who, yeah, I'll try that. Look at these guys sweating over there. I want to try that.
好，所以呢，科学家们 have noted， 他们注意到了一个 correlation between something. Correlation 它强调是彼此之间的互动，互相的影响，或者是彼此的连带关系，所以它比那个 relation 还要更强调共同彼此的互动，相互的影响。所以他们注意到了一个关联，在什么中两个东西的关联呢？在人们 who consider themselves thrill seekers， 他们认为他们自己是喜欢追求刺激的人， thrill 就是刺激， seeker 就是追求的人，所以那些喜欢追求刺激的人跟怎么呢？跟 those that like to try spicy dishes， 对于那些喜欢尝试辣食物的人呢，这两种人之间呢，科学家们找到了一些关联。
Regardless of the reason, so not caring about the reason. Spicy food continues to be popular with people all around the world. So regardless of why, it's a thing.
Yeah, 所以 regardless of the reason， 各位可以把它背起来，无论原因为何，那辣的食物呢 continues to 持续是 be popular with 受欢迎或者喜爱，被谁欢迎被谁喜爱呢？被 people all around the world 全世界的人欢迎跟喜爱。
Okay, we have 3 questions for you at the end of this article. The first one, according to the passage, what effect does capsaicin have on the body?
根据本文，辣椒素对身体有什么影响？
Of course, the answer is C. It produces a burning sensation that makes people sweat.
它会产生一种让人出汗的灼烧感，所以答案是 C。
And number 2, why do people living in warm climates like to eat spicy dishes?
为什么生活在温暖气候下的人喜欢吃辣的菜呢？
The answer is C. Consuming spicy foods can help cool people off.
答案是 C， 食用辛辣的食物可以帮助人们降温。
And number 3, which of the sentences numbered 1 to 4 in the passage is an opinion instead of a fact?
好，文中编号为1到4的句子，何者为意见而非事实？
Well, 4 looks to me like an opinion. For spicy food lovers who did not grow up near the equator, they might get their pleasure out of pain. Might is a word that directed me to think that this is an opinion rather than a fact.
那个 might 就是表示可能会，所以呢，大概是一个比较接近，是一个意见。而且他提到说，对于不是在赤道附近生长的人的对于辛辣食物的喜好，那他们为什么会这样子呢？因为他们可能会从痛苦中获得快乐。那其中这个可能会从痛苦中获得快乐，这个是一个主观的观点，所以这个正确答案是 D， 也就是第4个句子。
Well, that's it for today's lesson. We'll be back with you. Until then, bye-bye.